This is Celeta, and this is Video Couch episode number 7. I got kind of confused with my numbers the other day, so I don't know if I said the right number, but this is episode 7 here. Now, a little bit about I don't want to do a lot of recapping today because we're getting deep into these episodes and going back and back and back. And what I can do is just advise you to go back and watch some of the other videos. But you have to make sure you're keeping them in order to watch them in the order that they come out, because that's how we come together at the end with all the videos. Okay, so again, this is Video Couch episode number 7, and I want to go ahead and knock out the recipe because we have some stuff to talk about, and it's going to be interesting. And it's going to tie into everything we're talking about. Just a little situation that happened to me today. But while we're waiting, you guys would not believe what our weather was today. Our weather was actually probably close to 78 degrees today. It blowed my mind. Now, we have been doing all the hot, the muffins and little cakes and stuff like that. And then we actually brought out a soup. Well, I want to tell you guys, today here was no soup weather. Okay, today here they had a good breeze. It was a delicious, I'm going to call it a delicious breeze that was kicking in the wind today. And then, like I said, it had to be about 78, probably about 79 degrees, almost 80 degrees today. It just blew my mind. I was like, what? But you know what? I don't have any control over that. It is a whole different ball game for Celeta. But I thought that was very interesting. Now, I am in the process of trying to find all of my soup, which falls way in the front. Okay. Let's go over here. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Okay. Now, I think, what about a cream of broccoli soup? And you guys, I have done some of these recipes already before on one of my radio shows, but I have so many of them, I don't remember all of them that I did, but I did do some of these. So today's recipe, I think we could stay in soup in some areas, because you might be in the cold area, and with me being in the hot area today, it's not the same. But I think it's very important that I keep on the soup thing, because I know it's hot in other places. I mean, it's cold in other places. Excuse me. Okay, we're going to do the cream of broccoli soup. Okay, you're going to need frozen chopped broccoli, cream of celery soup, cheddar cheese, and chicken broth. Butter, flour, milk, salt, pepper, and onion should be the things that you do not have to buy. It should be already in your kitchen. Now, we're going to need 4 cups of chicken broth, 1 10 3/4 ounce of can of cream of celery, 1 10-ounce package of frozen chopped broccoli, a half a cup of butter or margarine, 1 medium onion chopped, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 cups of milk, half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of pepper, and 1/4 cup of shredded cheddar cheese. And this will serve 6 people. Okay. First thing we want to do is we want to mix the broth and soup in a large saucepan. Bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. Add broccoli, return to a boil, and reduce heat. Simmer, cover for 5 minutes or until broccoli is tender. Next, we want to heat the butter in a medium skillet over medium heat. Add onions, sauteed until tender, about 5 minutes. Add flour, cook for 1 minute longer. Gradually stir milk into the skillet. Cook, stirring continually until thickened, about 5 minutes. Add salt and pepper, mix well. Then the last thing we want to do is stir milk mixture into broccoli mixture. Simmer over low heat, stir frequently for about 10 minutes. Ladle soup into a serving bowl, topped with the cheddar cheese. Wow, that sounds so good, something I want to attempt. You know how we always say we're going to do something and we don't do it? Well, here on Video Couch, you guys are going to have to work with me as well as I'm working with you to keep me motivated to do things that I say I'm going to do. Now, I was trying to, first of all, I wanted to try to find a what we call taglines for Video Couch, and I was like, what could I say about Video Couch? And what I came up with, we want to help you visualize your destination. You like that? Well, that is going to be our tagline. We want to help you visualize your destination. No matter what it is, how it is, we want to be there to help you. And that's what the whole point of Video Couch is. All right. I wanted to get that out. Now, we're going to do two things today. We're going to attempt to do two subjects today. Finish off one subject and then go on together, because when I went back through my paperwork, I found some more information that we can use on dealing with the subject of starting over, dealing with your feelings and all that. We talked about the sleep, I think, on the last video. I want to continue talking about sleep because I found some things that we can work with. And also preventive measurements we can take dealing with stress. So I have some real good, interesting stuff about that. But first of all, let's continue with our sleep routine. Now, before I go forward, because my mind is like, blah, it's going all over the place. So I want to tell you guys, I finally created the forms that I said I was going to create for you guys. And I'm going to tell you which forms I'm going to have. So if you're interested in any of these forms, please send me an email at CeletaBMccall@gmail.com. That's CeletaBMccall@gmail.com. Okay, and I'm going to tell you the forms that I was able to create for you guys. If you're interested in getting some, real quick here. Okay, what I did was I created a form working on the word forgiveness, so you can fill that out. Remember, we talked about at the beginning, we talked about the behavior chains. Well, I created one, and it's called the behavior blocks. So we have that form ready. We have the challenging belief form ready for you guys if you want that copy. And we also have, talking about part of what we're talking about today, we also have the sleep environment preference sleep log form. If you want a copy of that, I definitely can email you a copy of that one too. So those are the ones we got. And we also, I'm sorry, I apologize, I missed one more thing. Remember, we talked about the to-do list and having A, B, and C, a concept of the level of importance. Like we said, A was for today, something that we had to do today. B is this week, and then we had C for this month. Well, I went on and made you a to-do list that you can, I made it blank so that you can fill it out the way that you want to. So if you're interested in that one too, we have that one also for you guys. So we have about 8 forms already ready to roll. When you guys are ready to get one, just let me know. Oh, and I'm sorry, I apologize again. So you shouldn't apologize so much, but I do. Goal setting, the ones that we talked about, this one, I also have this one ready for you too. Okay, so can't wait for that for you guys to request that. Once you request that, we can get them out to you. I will definitely get them emailed to you. All right. Now, I think we left off on sleep on episode 6. And I don't think I went fully into it. But as I was going through my forms and my information, I found some more information about sleep. Wow. And but before we do sleep, I want to do one more thing. And I want us to definitely, if you want this Please, please, please let me know this. Now, as you know, sometimes we have a hard day. We might as well admit we have a hard day. Things happen that you don't expect to happen. And we try to find a way to deal with it. And one thing on Video Couch, we're going to learn how to handle our stress, how to handle not taking everything so serious, how to handle when small things, when they say don't sweat the small stuff. We say that, but actually the small stuff really does matter. And whether we sweat it or not, it's still there, and we do have to deal with it eventually, even if we're avoiding it. I should know. Okay. Before I say this, I wish I had this earlier today. I'm going to tell you a little story that happened to me. We have 2 dogs. And I put them both out at the same time because I don't know why we've gotten hooked to them being in the house, because they weren't house dogs at first, but we turned them into house dogs in a sense when it got cold. So they've been in the house like for the last several months now. So when they want to go out, we let them out. Well, my husband came home today, and my dogs are crazy about my husband. They are crazy about him. So he was outside around the house, and they knew he was there, and they thought that they were probably about to go somewhere or something, I guess. So every time he's outside, they want to be outside. So what I did was I was about to put them outside. I hooked one up on the leash, and then I was about to hook the bigger one up, my lab. And he tried to get away, and I fell on top of the other dog trying to grab him. And I was so mad at him. And then I almost got caught up in his leash, his chain. So I'm all on the porch, because we have a porch. I'm screaming. And I'm like, I could just kill this dog, because he knew what would trigger him would be my husband coming around that corner and seeing him. So he wanted to get to my husband before my husband got to him. So I'm telling this story because I wish I had these grounding techniques, okay? And I'm going to explain to you what a grounding technique is. Now, I know you heard me use the word being mindful and staying in the presence, right? I think I said that. I know I remember mentioning the word mindful, but I don't know if I mentioned staying in the present. Well, these are some techniques that you can use, and I wish I had this earlier, that I could have used it. Maybe I wouldn't have been so mad at him, but I couldn't stay mad at him. Okay, these are what you call grounding techniques, okay? This helps someone to stay in the present. That means don't go anywhere else. Just stay in that moment and deal with that moment before you move forward. All right, it says these can help you reorient, you to the here and now, which is reality. Okay, do you understand what I'm saying when I say that? Okay. These grounding skills can be helpful in managing overwhelming feelings or intense anxiety. Those were some overwhelming feelings, because if I could, I would have choked my dog. I'm being funny, but I would never hurt my dogs. Anybody out there who think I would? I wouldn't. It was just that he caught me off guard, because I didn't realize how strong he is. Man, he just took me down, and I'm not a small person to take down. Okay, so what it does is it helps someone to regain their mental focus from an often intensely emotional state, and I needed this. Okay, grounding skills occur when 2 specific approaches: sensory awareness and cognitive awareness. So let's talk about sensory awareness. This one we're going to do an exercise. We're going to I don't know why would you do this, but this is one thing you can do if you're dealing with the sensory awareness. Tracing your hand on a piece of paper and label each finger as one of the 5 senses. Then take each finger and identify something special and safe representing each of those 5 senses. For example, use your thumb and it can represent sight. And a label for sight might be butterflies, or my middle finger represents the smell sense, and it could represent by lilacs, butterflies and lilacs, okay? Butterflies and lilacs. Okay. Now, after you draw your hand on a piece of paper, post it on your refrigerator or other safe places in the home where it could be easily seen or memorized. So you make a copy of your finger, and maybe I just need to do that too and give you guys that form and let you fill it out and memorize. Like if, for example, it said the thumb and the index finger. So I would put I would think butterflies on my thumb, and I would think the smell of, since it's my senses, I would say the smell. This would be my scene, and this would be my smell, and I would smell lilacs. So I would write that down in those areas, and then place it on my refrigerator or anywhere where I need to feel safe at, or I can calm my anxiety down, and then look at it and then put it in my mind and do it if I could do it over and over again, then I can be familiar with that and it would calm me down. That's the sensory awareness exercise that would work. And what happens is, it says, whenever you get triggered, breathe deeply and slowly and put your hands in front of your face where you can really see it. Stare at your hand and then look at each finger and try to do the 5 senses exercise from memory. Memorize your fingers. I think that is so awesome. Okay. Now, let's talk about a grounding exercise that we can do. Step 1. Okay, keep your eyes open, look around the room, notice your surroundings, notice details. It says, hold a pillow, stuffed animal, or ball. Okay, whenever you get anxiety, stuffed animal would have been a dog, and I could have been able to choke it. Place a cool cloth on your face or hold something cool, such as a can of soda or ice. It says, listen to soothing music. It says, put your feet firmly on the ground. Focus on someone's voice or neutral conversation. Well, if you're by yourself, maybe something on the television something soothing on the television. Maybe somebody reading a book or a passage or something would help you. But you have to stay focused and listen to that person's voice. Now, what would be my hindering it to listening to someone's voice talking? Because what I do is I like to watch videos. And I'm not talking about movie videos. I'm talking about videos that are informational videos. Videos that love to give a lot of knowledge, talk about things, subject matters. So I find myself, I can be calm when I'm listening to it, and I can do other things, and I can be focused on what they're saying, but yet and still find myself calming down, especially if it's a subject that I really, really, really want to hear. I love doing that because it kind of calms me to be able to, okay, now you're calm. Now let's go to something else. But another thing with that is staying concentrated. Sometimes it's hard for me to stay focused, not concentrated, excuse me, but focused on that simple thing, because my mind is always wandering. It's always going all over the place. So I have to find a way to stop it and just focus on that one thing. That's one of the issues I do have. Now, what I do is sometimes, this works for me sometimes. I'm not saying all the time. Sometimes what I do is I'll listen to what I'm doing. I'll listen to the video or the tape or whatever. And I'll be doing something else that soothes me and calms me down. And it does bring me back into focus, but that doesn't always happen sometimes. It depends on what's gotten me out of focus. So I look at it like that. But these are some good exercises. Now, there's another thing we can do. Also, it's called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, name 5 things you can see in the room with you. Name 4 things you can feel, like a chair, back of, feet on the floor, whatever. And then this number 3 says things that you can hear right now. Sort of like tapping of the keyboard, snapping your fingers, clapping your hands. Number two, name 2 things you can smell right now. Perfume, food, things that you can do right now to get your mind, kind of calm down some. And then number 1 is a good thing about yourself. Think about yourself. What is a good thing that you can think about yourself and take that forward? That is another way to focus, okay? Now, next thing you want to talk about is cognitive awareness, which is also, you need a grounding exercise for that. This is where we reorient yourself in a place and time by asking yourself some of these questions. Where am I? What is today? What is the date? What is the month? What is the year? How old am I? What season is it? These are just questions you can ask to kind of get yourself back grounded where you want to be, where you need to be. Okay? And today, I wish I had this because I definitely needed it today dealing with my dogs. Okay? So if you want a copy of this one too, I will also get you this copy too. Something that you can keep together. Now, let's talk. Okay, we're going to go back to talking about sleep because we basically broke sleep down, how it's important. I told you about the log, the sleeping log that I created for you guys, if you want a copy of it. Now, this one is called Reclaim Your Bedroom for Sleep. How do we do that? Okay. These are some goals that we can look forward to or try to set to do on a daily basis, especially at nighttime. That's why that sleeping log is very important that you guys use that. Okay. First thing we want to do is learn the importance of reserving the bedroom for sleep and sex only. Okay. Okay. Second, learn which activities are better done in another room. Now, remember I told you the other day that I have my laptop and I play games and I have the TV on in my room, right? Now, what I've done today, and I don't know if it's going to work, but if I'm teaching you guys this, I need to be following the instructions too. So what I did was I took my laptops, and I mean laptops, I'm sorry, laptops out of my bedroom. Now, I don't know how that's going to work. I really don't, I'll be honest with you, but I did take them out for right now and see if I can sleep a night without them. That's the key to that. Okay. Now, it says also learn and plan to practice a 15-minute rule. Okay. Those are the goals that we're going to try to do. Now, it says, how does your okay, let's that one we don't need to discuss that one. Let's discuss this one. What do I do in my bedroom besides sleep? Let's think of the things that we do in bed besides go to sleep. Okay. Watch TV, argue or have difficult discussions with significant others, read, eat, use the computer, pay bills, balance a checkbook, think or worry about things, feel frustrated about not sleeping, lie awake in bed, watch the clock, be on guard duty, listening for sounds of danger, positioning bed to face door, booby traps, keeping the weapon. Okay, this is all dealing with PTSD. But we're going to stop at watching the clock. These are the things that we do. Watch TV, argue or have difficult discussions with our significant others, read, eat, use the computer, pay bills, balance a checkbook, think or worry about things, feel frustrated about not sleeping, lie awake in bed, and watch the clock. Those things are things that we probably subconsciously do and don't even realize we do it at night. Okay? I can't watch the clock, lying awake in bed, and that's when I tell you that the laptop comes out. Sometimes I feel frustrated because I can't go to sleep. Worry about things, yes, at times I do. Pay bills and balance the checkbook, no, I don't do that in bed. Argue with, no, that's not, Watch TV, and sometimes I read, sometimes. Eat is something you should never do in bed. I'll just tell you right there. That shouldn't be something you do in bed. Sometimes we snack, okay? We snack. Okay, Now, let's talk about all the wakeful activities we do. How can I regain my sleep? Bed, my bed equals sleep connection. How do I do that? When we can't sleep for weeks, months, or even years, a kind of unconsciousness learning occurs. Without being aware of it, we learn to associate the bedroom with frustration, fear, and being awake rather than sleep. So you relate going to bed with all the things that you don't want to think about. Okay, all the things that are not healthy for you, that's what we start to relate our bed to. So then that in turn makes us not want to sleep. We don't want to sleep because all these negative things are happening when we want to go to that certain room and lay down and go to sleep. So we need to find a solution to that. Now it says when that happens, simply going to bed, turning off lights, and laying down for sleep brings out those frustrating feelings, and the chance of sleep diminishes. So when you try to just close everything off, lay down, no, it's not going to happen because you still are hanging on to all that inner craziness that's going on in your mind, emotionally, mentally, and sometimes even physically. Okay, so you're dealing with all that. At the same time, you're trying to find a way to ground yourself so that you can go to sleep. This is called conditioned insomnia, which helps to explain why it's easier to fall asleep in a recliner in front of the TV rather than your own bed, but you can break this connection. Now, what I've realized that I noticed with my mom. My mom won't go get into bed. I don't know why. She actually sleeps in her recliner. It's a big, beautiful bed, but will not sleep in it. And I'm wondering if this connects with some stuff that might be going on with her. Okay. I can't sleep in a recliner. I'm not going to tell you. I can't see myself sleeping in the chair. I have to be in bed. I just do. Okay. It says use the bedroom for sleep only. Sleep only in the bedroom. Now, it said earlier sex, sleep and sex. But now it's saying sleep only. Okay. Use the bedroom for sleep and sex only. Avoid engaging any wakeful activities in the bedroom. Avoid wakeful activities. That's like TV, reading, laptops, computers, all of those things that we shouldn't have in bed. Now, it says your bedroom should have a strong association for you with going to sleep. When you walk into your bedroom, your body and brain should automatically associate getting into the bed and going straight to sleep. Well, let me tell you something that helps with me. Even when I need to sometimes just lay down during the day. Sometimes, even though we're older people, I mean, we're grown ups, we do need naps. And I take them when I have to. When I need a nap, I take it. So what I have in my room is I have dark shades and I have dark curtains. I have what you call blackout curtains. Okay. So if the sun is shining and I know I need some rest and I know that I don't want the TV on and I don't want any distraction, I can take that nap and I can feel better once I've waken up, from that nap. But that helps me when I walk in that room and I know, that I'm tired, I'm going to go and make sure everything is turned off and I can get some sleep. And that's exactly what happens. I get my sleep because it's very important that we do that. Okay, using the bedroom for wakeful activities will weaken this connection and make it harder for you to sleep. That is true. It will definitely do that. Examples of wakeful activities we said earlier: eating, reading, watching TV. These are and other wakeful activities should be done in another room. Now, when I'm in my office here, I have my TV on, but I make sure I turn it down so that I can concentrate on all of this. Once I finish in here, if there's anything else I need to do in the house, any type of chores or something, I'll go do my chores, and then I'll find myself going to bed after that. Okay, it says watching the clock is a wakeful activity. I don't watch I don't watch clocks. Okay. It says face away from bed. I don't have that problem because I don't watch clocks. It says remove items in your bed that are signal or cue for arousal or anxiety. There we go. I told you earlier, my laptop. Okay. I would definitely have my laptop in bed, and that can keep your mind wandering and things going on, and you're trying to just need to concentrate. So That's why I said today I removed those things out of my room. Um, let's see. Resist the urge to get up and check every little noise. Stay in bed instead, which I don't check noises too much. If I do hear something out of the way, I have 2 dogs that signal that something ain't right, and they will definitely take care of that. And it says, do not sleep in any other room. Sleep directly in your bedroom. You need to keep that connection. Now it says, avoid. Wow, I'm already over my 30 minutes. I'm going to have to stop, you guys. Wow. Okay, so I didn't realize my time went by that fast. Wow, you guys. All right. So we're going to stop right here. We're going to continue with this on the next episode, episode 8, so we can get this through, because I think this is very, very important. This is some good information that we can use for our sleep, because all of this connects. All of this is part of how we deal with our everyday lives. So, again, I want to say thank you for listening in to Video Couch with your host, Celeta. And if you want to get at me, you can get at me on CeletaBMcCall@gmail.com. If you want a copy of those forms that we mentioned earlier, definitely let me know, and I will definitely get you the forms. Please, you guys, be careful. Love as much as you can. And there's one more thing I need to tell you. I can't remember what it is. My mind just went blank. Wow. Okay. But understand what our purpose for Video Couch is. We want to help you visualize your destination. Okay? So this is Celeta and Video Couch, and bye-bye.